Happy National Purple Day, everybody. So again, my name is Asia Smith, and I am a representative of the Shawnee Baraka Women's Resource Center, also with the great city of Newark. And before we get started, we just want to first of all give our mayor a round of applause and the city of Newark for having the insight to do something so monumental. I don't know if any of you got a chance to ride by City Hall last night, but it was lit purple, and it will continue to be lit purple, so you guys can really get the chance to see exactly what we're doing here in the great city of Newark. And so without further ado, we're gonna call our mayor, Ras J. Baraka, to come and to give you guys an address. Thank you. Give it up for our mayor.
Thank you. I feel like I needed to have on some purple or something today. I missed it. I got my little ribbon though. So I just want to give a round of applause to Asia though, right? She has really been doing an outstanding job. And all of the folks over at the Shawnee Baraka Women's Resource Center, everybody over there that's working day in and day out to make sure we give resources to people who have been victims of domestic violence. Obviously, you know, personally for me, this would have been something that would have been really beneficial to my family individually and personally, but I'm glad we're able to offer it to thousands of young women and older women throughout the state, throughout the county, throughout the city of Newark. So I am so grateful and happy that all of the folks over there are working every day, from the police department to the civilians, to everybody, all the nonprofits, everyone that's over there trying to make sure we get people through a very difficult and dangerous time in their life, that we provide them outlet, bridges, support, encouragement, and protection doing these things. And what's key that I found out in all of this is many times we try to do what we can to find protection for people who are involved in domestic violence situations, or find ways to help them. But we have to provide opportunities for them to A, help themselves and protect themselves and do something for themselves, right? And so that's the whole thing about empowering them to feel that they have the hope, the support, all of the resources that they need to figure out how to deal with a situation that they're in. I'm forever grateful for that. And I didn't get a chance to see City Hall lit up purple. Hopefully we can do it again tonight. And so I can ride by and see it. It probably looks awesome. And thank you, Asia, and everybody else from the Baraka family and from hundreds of thousands of residents of this incredible city for the work that you're doing every day. God bless.
Okay, guys, again, give it up for our mayor. That was a little light. This was not an easy feat to pull off this day, but more importantly, to have an elected official to be so committed to this cause is really incredible. And so, again, I just want to thank our mayor and thank the administration for all the work that they've been doing to really help us pull this event together. So now, I'm pretty sure you guys are ready to eat all that delicious food and get involved in the festivities. But before we do, we're going to have Shanda Brown is going to come up. She is with an organization called God's Girls Matter, and she's going to just give a quick, small opening prayer, and then we'll begin with today's activities. Thank you.
Okay, all heads are bowed. Heavenly and most gracious Father, we come before you on this day to say thank you. Thank you for an opportunity to gather together for such an amazing cause. Thank you for giving voice to those women that don't have voices. We thank you for an opportunity to live and move and have our being, oh God. We stand here on today as we remember the sisters that have fallen and lost their lives at the hands of domestic violence. I stand here as survivor, and I thank you for sparing my life. I thank you for the sisters that are around this room that had their lives spared as well. We thank you for those sisters that are being brought out. We thank you for the organizations that are coming together to do your will. We thank you for an opportunity to serve you in all that we do. Thank you for the masterminds that put their hands together to do the work that is necessary to save lives. Because yes, God, all lives matter. We thank you for giving us purpose. We thank you for allowing us to fulfill our destiny through such amazing work. And we won't take it for granted that you've trusted us with such a special cause. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thank you. We're actually going to call, is Alexis in the room? We're looking for Alexis. We're going to have just a few opening remarks by some of our organizations that have helped to bring this amazing event together, but to also just to give an opportunity for the folks around this room, our service providers, particularly those at the Shani Baraka Women's Resource Center, to come up and really just explain about what it is that we do, talk about the center, and then of course we'll get into the food. Okay, Keisha Yuri, would you like to come up and say something about the Shani Baraka Women's Resource Center? Yes, we're going to have Regina Fitch, and then we'll have Lakeisha Yuri speak on the trauma services that are available. Thank you, Regina.
Asia didn't even know that Regina was coming today, but Regina's really glad to be here. Hi. So I'm a social worker at the Women's Resource Center. I'm there all the time. And I'm glad to be out here today, but primarily one of the things that I provide at the center is clinical intervention, one-on-one counseling with women who are victim survivors of domestic violence as well as other types of trauma. And so we invite everyone to come and get your healing. You know, work together with me as well as Miss Yuri and the other support staff there to heal yourself and take the time for that. And it's really, really important. Sometimes we forget how important it is to take care of ourselves. And that's really one of the main things that we focus on in counseling is really just how do we take care of ourselves in the aftermath of these terrible things that have happened to us or around us or that we've had to witness. So I invite everyone to come and visit if you haven't been there before, and to continue to visit us. Don't leave us alone. All right, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Purple Day. Happy Purple Day. Happy Purple Day. My name is Keisha Yuri. I am a licensed social worker. I work at the Shani Baraka Women's Resource Center, helping women who have been victims of violence and any type of crime and trauma. And I am there on Tuesdays. I do trauma groups, but if there's no group, then I do individual. And we work through things that happen, because most of us don't see ourselves as going through trauma. Something happened to us. So whether that is the domestic violence, we have been robbed, we have been stabbed, we have been shot, any type of thing that happens to us, many of us don't go for help. We just say we'll get through it, we'll figure it out on our own. But the Shani Baraka Center is a resource and a place where you can come for support, and you can get counseling and you can get help to work through some of your trauma so that you can see what your triggers are, so that you can see the effects. If many of us are depressed and are dealing with it by using drugs and alcohol or other unhealthy ways of coping and dealing. So we give you some skills to help you learn how to cope better, help you get through better, and give you some support. And so some days if you don't want to come and just, talk to anyone, the center is there to just come to. Sometimes the environment helps just to be in a different environment. And so the Shani Baraka Women's Resource Center is located at 300 Clinton Avenue. If you have not been there, it's on Stratford and Johnson. And we also have other services there for STD testing, HIV testing. We have grief counselors. We have a chiropractor. We have a vocational specialist. We have a job developer. So we have so many resources there. So if it's not for your trauma, it can be for something else. So please come and see us, come take a tour, and if it's not for you, then refer someone else over to see us at the center. Happy Purple Day. Happy Purple Day. Happy Purple Day.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shakira McKnight, and I am a young woman who is a part of an amazing group by the name of My Sister's Keeper. Our office is downstairs in the room B3, and we welcome all women of different nationalities, everyone, to come downstairs. We meet every Tuesday, and we're a sisterhood that uplifts each other. We do healing circles with the schools around the city of Newark, and we just uplift all of our sisters. So we ask you to come visit us downstairs in B3 on Tuesdays at 5:30 and any day of the week that you like, because we're open every day. So I thank you all for being here today, and on behalf of My Sister's Keeper, happy Purple Day.
So everybody, I tried desperately to keep our celebrity guest, our surprise celebrity guest, under wraps, and I think I did pretty good so far. I remember we were inviting some folks, and I was like, there's somebody that's fantastic who's going to be here, has some really great songs, but I can't tell you who it is. Well, I am so elated to have someone bless us in such an incredible way. Without further ado, guys, just put your hands together for Mr. RAHEEM DEVAUGHN of the Lovelife Foundation. Oh my gosh.
Good afternoon, how you doing? As the curator and leader of the Lovelife Foundation, fighting domestic violence is one of our major initiatives for women, children, and men. All are affected in different ways. I would like to thank Mayor Baraka for having me here today and being involved. Let's make some noise for Mayor Baraka, y'all, once again. Sister Asia Smith, y'all, make some noise. And the Shani Baraka Women's Resource Center, I can make some noise. The Sierra House, SOFIH, Essence Magazine, Sheer Moisturizer, Miss Jessie's New Jersey Hair Studio and Spa, Kiss Cosmetics as well. Y'all make some noise. Everybody, come on, it's all good. Yeah. And just to give you a little background on what I've been doing with my foundation, so far we've been in, I think Newark, New Jersey makes 11 states now. Is that 13? Okay, so shout out to Michelle Wright that runs my foundation, who's actually counting. So far we've been in 13 states to fight domestic violence and support of our beautiful women from all walks of life, right? And I'm just here to just let you know that there are men out here that love you, that are advocating for you. There are artists out here that are making songs that are positive, to show you in a better light, to not disrespect you on the record. And more importantly, we're doing the work. So we will be coming back to do a Queen for a Day spa takeover. And typically what we do with my foundation is we build with local organizations on the ground locally, you know, dealing with our sisters who are transitioning out of very severe domestic violence situations. And we give them a makeover for the day. We fellowship, we laugh, we cry. Some of them give opportunities for us to film their stories and talk about what's happening, in hopes that when we upload it to the website, it encourages other women that are going through those situations to walk away and get out of those situations, right? So we've been in 13 cities already, 13 states and countless cities, and the goal is to hit all 50 states, you know, so make some noise again for all the local organizations involved. And know that, you know, in Newark, New Jersey, you're not alone. There are people fighting for you all over the country and all over the world. You know, we've been to where did we go in New York, Michelle? Say again? I can't hear you. Harlem, yeah. We've been in Harlem, and we've been a lot of wonderful places, as well as, you know, down on Capitol Hill. You know, so I want to get more involved in making sure that there are better laws. We got to fight for better laws, like, you know, stalking laws and laws that protect our people. You know what I mean? When I say all our people, I'm not just talking about black folks, because this is something that affects everyone. You know what I mean? Like when we do Queen for a Day spa takeovers, we have women that run Fortune 500 companies, and we have women who just graduated from high school, maybe in their first year of college, you know what I mean? So we want to continue to advocate on behalf of my foundation again, the Lovelife Foundation. It's a humbling experience to be here, and just know that we here for y'all, all right? So what I do everywhere around the world where I go, what I do before I jump back off the mic, and rumor has it that I'll be getting back on momentarily, but we're gonna let y'all enjoy your meal. What I like to do, when I say love, you say life. Love, love. All right, I'll see you again shortly. Again, make some noise for Shani.
I'm gonna actually have one of my really good friends, Pamela McCauley from the Essex County Prosecutor's Office. She is the Victim Witness Coordinator for the Prosecutor's Office, and an incredible woman, a great person to know, to work with. And when it comes to having a survivor's back, this is the person that you definitely want to be on your team. Without further ado, here is Pamela McCauley. Thanks, Pamela.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for the invitation. It is my pleasure to be here. I bring you greetings on behalf of my prosecutor, Robert Lorino, as well as the staff members of the Office of Victim Witness Advocacy. So I see some familiar faces and new faces in the audience. I just want to say that you don't travel this way alone. And when I speak to audiences who may not know about the dynamics of intimate partner violence, I often ask, well, what do you think that victims need? And I get a whole lot of responses, but I think two of the most important things that victims need in the aftermath of their victimization, and even as they're trying to navigate through these types of experiences, that victims need to be heard and victims need to be believed unconditionally. I believe that that those of you who are going to stand behind this podium today are not only survivors, that you are champions, that you are quiet heroes, that there are times through your struggles that it was just a heroic effort to get up, get dressed, put your lipstick on if that's your thing. So I applaud each and every one of you here today. I thank Asia Smith and the other sponsors of this event for putting this together to bring awareness to intimate partner violence. And also, I want to leave you with that when in trouble, regardless of the circumstances, that we, the staff of the Office of Victim Witness Advocacy within the Essex County Prosecutor's Office, stands with you, stands for you, and we believe. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Pam. Again, I asked the question a few moments ago, how many survivors do we have? I hope I see a lot of hands. This is something to be proud of. I know for a fact that I never imagined in all of my life that I would have been a victim of domestic violence. I never imagined that I would be in a relationship with someone who would try to ultimately kill me. I never imagined that I would become a domestic violence advocate, and I never imagined that I would be able to overcome that situation. But the beauty of it is that you can not just live, but you can overcome, and you can really have an incredible life. And so are there any survivors who are now thriving and have an incredible life that would like to come up and just say a little bit about what you're doing and how you feel about this journey that you're on? Because this is something that more of us need to speak up about, to let other victim survivors know that you're not alone, number one, but more importantly, there are a lot more survivors than there are victims. So any victims want to say something? Come on up. This is Suzanne. To give everyone, please give her a round of applause. Thank you for your courage.
What could I say? I'm thriving. I mean, I lived through the experience twice with two different individuals, but the last individual, things happened in the city, and I found a lot of love and support and help and belief here. Unfortunately, my case didn't go the way I had hoped it would have, but the city of Newark has really definitely embraced me, and I've definitely embraced the city of Newark. And my ways of giving back is just introducing myself, talking about my story, talking about my journey, and anyone who will listen and anyone who wants to hear it, I post about it, talk about it, and it's just my way of giving back to Newark and letting people know, men and women, if they're in situations like this, they're not alone. They're definitely not alone. And I met actually Asia Smith way before the Women's Resource Center opened up, because I performed in a show and she was one of the sponsors. And you know, we're all connected to one another some way and somehow. And just know you're not alone. And don't be afraid to ask for help. And just take care of yourself, you know. Learn what helps you, learn what's right for you, and just become a butterfly like I say I am. You know, I went from a caterpillar to the struggle of living in the chrysalis to emerging with those wings, and now those wings won't be clipped, and I'm just continue to fly. So, and I think all of you can too. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on up. Oh, I love it.
Hello, ladies. My name is Shawnee Stevens. I'm a survivor. I currently, I have an independent film out about my story. And my first wake-up call was when a woman said to me, you need to understand that domestic violence is a crime. It's no different than some stranger on the street attacking you, except you're being attacked by a person you love. And in many times, you know, speaking from my experiences, a lot of these men, when you meet them, they come off as very charming. I eventually called it the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde personality. They're one way 1 minute, and then the next minute, they're someone else. Then we deal with things such as the honeymoon effect, where you go through that period where it's the gift giving and the, you know, somewhat of them apologizing for their actions. But we have to understand that it never stops. It's an abusive, bad cycle. And some women, you know, they die. And I feel so passionate about this because I know of women who are no longer here. And I think if we stay silent, it's going to continue to be a problem. So I always say, tell a friend, tell someone. My story is featured in a short film called The Sub in a Brick City, where I address me being a teacher, and behind closed doors I was being abused. And I think one reason, and I'm gonna go, one reason why people don't talk is honestly, domestic violence it's an embarrassing feeling. Like, you don't want to know that behind closed doors that someone is doing this to you, and it really breaks you down and makes you broken. So 2 things, tell someone, number 1, realize it's a crime. Thank you.
How you doing? My name is Jermaine Poyat Smith. I'm a detective for special victims, but I'm also a survivor. And basically, it was a long time ago, and like she said, that no one knew because I was a police officer when it was being occurred to me. Basically, I hid it. I hid everything. I used to say, oh, I got into a fight with a prostitute, you know, just so they wouldn't know that I was being hit. But here's my daughter. My daughter, I looked at her and I said, it's time for me to stop. And that's when I basically spoke out. And I'm happy. I'm with the domestic violence team right now. And now I'm helping other survivors.
Good afternoon. My name is Salima Staten. I am a domestic violence survivor, and I'm an advocate, and we work with Sophia Organization. A founder of Sophia is Cynthia Walker. She actually just walked in. Hi, Cynthia. And I'm just so elated. I'm proud. Thank you, Mayor and Asia Smith and her team. Thank you all who came out. I just wanted to note one thing. Domestic violence is running very rampant in our schools. I was a victim as a high school student, and so I just challenge each of you to make sure that you stay aware of the warning signs. You need to know exactly what's going on in these kids' life because it's running so rampant in our schools. So we need to make sure that we continue to talk about this subject. Even though it's taboo, we need to discuss it because we're losing way too many of our sisters' lives. At least 1 out of 4 people have experienced domestic violence at least one time in their life. So just make sure that you know the warning signs, and even if you don't, try to hook up with an organization in your community so that they can give you the resources to assist you or to assist others that may be affected by this issue. Thank you again so much.
Okay. Okay. I'll hold it. So we have another person that's going to come up, and then we're going to close that portion and get to the main event. And I can't wait for that. So yes, we have one more survivor that is looking to share. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Ariel Fletcher, and I am a survivor. I just wanted to share a little bit about what I'm going through. Since my attack earlier this year, I have been trying to better myself, and I've been doing that by seeking counseling, and I've also decided that I'm going to go back to school for law so I can become a lawyer and help other survivors like ourselves. And I have a lot of it to thank for Miss Asia, Miss Regina from the Shani Baraka Women's Center. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so you guys have been so patient. How'd you enjoy your lunch, first of all? Was the food good? I hope so. It smells good. I hadn't gotten a chance to eat yet. We're going to have desserts. But while we're doing that, how many of you guys have heard some of Raheem DeVaughn music? Come on now. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm a little biased because The Love Experience is actually like my favorite album. I'm sorry, I know you have so many others, and they're all equally as wonderful. However, that is like my favorite album. Anybody else? Can anybody name a song or two that he sings that you're familiar with? Guess Who Loves You More? Yes. Anybody? Serve You Up? Somebody else? What about You? Oh my goodness. He has Woman. Yes, Queen. So you know what? Instead of us sitting here talking about his music and how amazing he is as an artist, how about we just bring him on up here and let him show us what he is really all about? Okay, so everybody, please put your hands together and welcome the wonderful, the incomparable Mr. Raheem DeVaughn. Thank you.
Again, it's good to be here with you all this evening, this early afternoon, fellowship with you in the spirit of love. I don't think of myself as the best public speaker, so I was a little nervous earlier, but this is more an environment what I'm known for doing, aside from doing humanitarian work and community work. Again, make some noise for everybody involved with the event today. It feels good to be, this is state number 14 for me. We got a lot more to go. We got a lot more places and people to touch and lives to change. But one thing that's also very cool for me as an artist is to be able to know that I have music that's conducive to the environment and you know, so, and that's what it is, you know, doing records like this. When I wrote this record at the time, I didn't have a foundation in place to go out and do the work. But I guess that was just, you know, when God has a calling for you, you just move with the spirit of God, right? So we don't question it. And on that note, let's do some music, man. Let's play. So we want to pay homage to all the beautiful women right now. If you feel like you're beautiful and you know you're beautiful and you woke up feeling beautiful today, make some noise right now. Even if you roll out of bed and maybe you was a little depressed or you was unsure, you're like, I don't know if I have the right makeup on today, or let me see, I ran out of my purple lipstick, you know what I mean? It's all good. We just want you to know that you're beautiful. All my God-fearing women, make some noise right now, you know what I'm saying? Oh, don't trip. Just because we in City Hall don't mean that you can't have a good time and celebrate your womanhood and your sisterhood right now. Make some noise up in here right now. This is dedicated to all the women that are street smart and educated, can hook up a home-cooked meal sometimes. All the mothers, the grandmothers, the daughters. I see we got some of the youngins, the babies. You know, I just try to make music that makes you feel big, makes you feel strong, makes you feel empowered, makes you feel encouraged right now. And I want you to know that, hey, 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 this is dedicated to you, yeah, you, and you, and you. This is dedicated to you, yeah, you, and you, and you. This is dedicated to you, yeah, yeah. All the ladies say, ah, say, oh, oh, I appreciate your style. In the 9 months it take to carry and birth a child. And the way you play dumb, even when we living real foul. Even as a single parent mama, you still love me down somehow. You made the ends meet somehow. I appreciate your strength, yeah. How you never bite your lip and say what's on your mind. How you a lady in the street and a freak when it's bedroom time. How you gon' grind with me, roll with me, tell me what's yours and mine. Hey, 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 if you ain't got one, better search the world to find a woman, a strong woman, a woman, a woman, a grown woman, hey, a special woman, a beautiful woman, yeah, a strong woman, yeah, a grown woman, a special woman. I appreciate your glow, and the way you get angry with us and you let us know. Thank you. And I think it's so cute when you get so emotional. No, you know, till you prove your point, you just can't let it go. Hey, but I like that though. I appreciate so much. Yeah, like the I love you feeling, girl, when we touch. Like there's no you, no me, and there's no what. Hey, and if there ever is a need, she'll come in a rush. Hey, yes she will. Man, you better find you a woman. Hey, strong woman, yeah, a grown woman, a special woman, a beautiful woman, yeah, strong woman. I said to love me in a special way. She got to be what? Street smart and educated. She got a good head on her shoulders, sexy swagger with sex appeal. A grown woman hook up a home-cooked meal. A grown woman exudes confidence. Better recognize one when the grown one sing. Hey, a grown woman knows how to tell you no. A grown woman knows when to let you go. You can have a big old car and a big old house. All the ladies right now, if you feel beautiful, make some noise right now, y'all. Strong woman, hey, grown woman, yeah, a special woman, woo, a beautiful woman, yeah, strong woman, yeah, a grown woman, hey, special, woo. Ain't nothing like a woman, no, strong woman, yeah. I gotta thank the Lord for a woman. Listen, when I think about my mama, I think of a beautiful woman, yeah, a strong woman, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Woman, oh, 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 woman, oh, 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 woman, oh, 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 oh. want you to know you are appreciated. Yeah. This is what we're going to do right now. Everybody, we're going to say this together. You're going to say, you are appreciated. And this is for all the sponsors and everybody to put this thing together. I just want everybody to say, you are appreciated. And now that you got it on the one, everybody, let me hear you say it. Sitting at the table, say, you. Come on, you can say it a little louder for everybody to put this thing together. Say it loud. You. Yeah, don't it feel good to be loved and help somebody and be selfless? Say. And up top, I see y'all too. Yeah, everybody say. Yeah, we just want to thank all the organizations right now and just say, hey. Now, if you're with an organization, you got to say thank you. While they say, hey, you say, you are appreciated. All the organizations say, thank you. Say it again. Hey. What? There we go. We're going to break it down. Now, keep it going. You are appreciated. What? Hey, keep it going. Keep it going. Hey, keep it going. Keep it going. All right, one more time, say. Now we're gonna see how well y'all follow directions. Everybody now switch. You are appreciated. Because we want you to know we did this because we love you. What? Because we want to remind you that you're strong. What? All right, see what you do when you come together in the spirit of love and you can do it. See what we can accomplish. Everybody make some noise right now. If you feel good right now. Give it up for my wonderful engineer. I don't know who he is, but he's doing such a fine job. Make some noise for the sound man, y'all. Wow, this is pretty surreal. So I would just give you a little history. You're looking at a young man that was conceived in Newark, New Jersey. I was conceived. I was conceived in Brick City. I don't know. I think they was doing the whatchamacallit in a place called the Colonnades. Anybody know the Colonnades? Yeah, all right. Yeah. So this is very surreal. You know what I mean? To be able to come back, have a foundation. I'm here on behalf of my foundation, the Lovelife Foundation. Make some noise for my wonderful staff, y'all. Most importantly, Michelle White. Thank you, Michelle. Who was also conceived in East Orange, right? Not far, right? So again, it just feels good to be here. Just a little backstory on this record. I know when this song came out, everybody was like, well, this song reminds me of Woman so much. I wonder why he made this record, and da-da-da. So let me give you the backstory on this record before I do it. How many of y'all know the wonderful singer Aretha Franklin? So a few years back, I got this call that, hey, Aretha Franklin wants you to come and perform at her birthday party. And I looked at the phone, I was like, come on, man, y'all pranking me or whatever. So I think it more so when like Aretha Franklin wants to talk to you. So, and she asked would I come perform for her birthday party. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like at a big old theater and all this cool stuff. And I said, well, can I take my mom? Whatever. So I said, that'd be cool. So I took my mother, and I thought it was gonna be this big venue with thousands of people, and it wound up being like a real intimate performance, like intimate, maybe about a room of the same amount of people that were here, right? And it was dope, and she had some other artists there that whom she was a fan of and stuff like that. So I did the gig, and then I went over to get my payment because Aretha is old school, so she pays all her clients or people that work for her, her employees, she pays them directly out her purse. But not the purse, but the purse, right? So as she's paying me out of the purse, and I'm kneeling over, and she says, come here. And then she said, that song, I really like that song, Woman. She said, did you write that song? And I said, yes, ma'am. She said, could you write me a song like that? And I said, yes, ma'am. So I immediately went back home and got with the producer that made that record, and we came up with this tune. And the song, went on to be a record called Queen. Now, unfortunately, she took ill, and she's doing great now, whatever. But she took ill, so she wasn't able to record the song. And And one day I was just, I was listening to some records that I had, and I was like, you know what? I'm listening to the radio right now, and all I hear is dooka 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 and B this and H that and all this different, you know what I mean? And I felt like, constantly as artists, we have to be reminded that, it's a socially conscious effort as a songwriter to decide what you're going to talk about, right, as an artist, right? So I made a conscious decision a long time ago that I wanted to make music that uplifted my people and all people from all walks of life, whether you're Native American, whether you're a Native American woman, whether you're a black woman, whether you're a European woman, whether you're Latino, whatever walk of life, when you listen to my I want you to feel empowered, and I want you to feel beautiful, and I want you to remember that you are a queen. Love King, love King, love so all my queens, if you a queen, when I say if you a queen, let me see you put your hands up. That means all the ladies in here, all the young girls, all the employees, everybody. If you're sitting at a table, I want to see you put your hands up. You ready? Hey. You're a nurturer and a superwoman. You're every daughter that becomes a mother. You can be my ride to the highest mountaintop. From my head to my toes, to cherish, love, and hold. You're my queen, baby. Hey. Oh, hey. You gave birth to all the land. You're the backbone of every man. You're my queen. Hey. Oh, queen. You wear the crown and wear it well. I hold my head high so you can tell. You're my queen. If you a queen, put your hands up. All my ladies, put your hands up. Hey, if you a queen, put your hands up. All my ladies, come on. Hey, put your hands up. Hey, if you a queen, put your hands up. Hey, sky high, keep your hands up. Yes, yes, y'all. To the beat, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. You're a natural. And just like grandmas do, you're that voice, you're the push for all I dream to do. So I cherish you, like royalty. And by all means, I'll never put my hands on me. 'Cause you're my queen. Hey, hey. Oh, you gave birth to all the land. You're the backbone of every man. You're my queen. Hey, hey, hey. You wear the crown and wear it well. I hold my head high so you can tell. You're my queen. If you a queen, put your hands up. All my ladies, put your hands up. If you a queen, put your hands up. All my ladies tonight, hey, put your hands up. Sky high, that's right. Put your hands up. Up top, I see you. Put your hands up. Yes, yes, y'all. To the beat, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. Listen, hey. I never wanna be your enemy. Love me with sensitivity. So you're a grown, strong woman, and I never wanna call you out your name. See, man made this and man made that. To the end of time, it's a well-known fact. Behind every man is a virtue of a woman, and you're my queen. You're my queen. You gave birth to all the land. You're the backbone of every man. You're my queen. You're my queen. You wear the crown and wear it well. I hold my head high so you can tell. You could be my daughter. You could be my wife. My virtue of a woman. My rock, my guideline. You gave birth to the land. You're the backbone of every man, baby. So I won't never, ever call you out your name. You're my queen. You're my queen. You gave birth to all the land. You're the backbone of every man. You're my queen. You're my queen. You wear the crown. You wear the crown and wear it well, baby. Queen. You're my queen, y'all. I just want you to remember who you are. Remember that we love you. On behalf of my foundation, the Lovelife Foundation, thank you again for having me involved in this event today. We're going to come back We're going to do the Queen for a Day Spa Takeover. We're going to come back. We're going to find something else to do. We're going to come back. We're going to find more to do because we find in this community work, the more that we come back, the better results we get, right? Again, when I say love, you say, oh, y'all were paying attention earlier. Yes, and you got some brain food. You got some food and libation. When I say love, you say love, love. Peace, y'all. I'm RAHEEM DEVAUGHN. I appreciate y'all. Love life.